Mama,
Well,
Mama, I'm coming, Rose. Well, it's official, folks. Doctor Who is as dead as this bitch in my profile picture. Welcome, Jack. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, bro. You?
I think it's a bit disrespectful you put Patrick Trout in your profile picture as he's actually passed away, but God bless you.
Bro, we're talking about a cancelled show. They were going to cancel it after Patrick Troughton originally.
Doctor Who is officially dead at 21 years of age. Just like Henry Novak.
Oh,
um,
God.
this show is dead.
Bro, the
Uh,
BBC are trying to behead this show.
bro, they cut one eyeball out. It's okay. Um, it's the news we've all been expecting, to be fair. How do you feel? Where were you? Tell me your exact moments of time when you found out this disgusting news.
Well, I
Taking
was
a
off.
shit for a toilet lesson? What?
No, bro, I was at home. I just finished having something to eat, and then I went on social media, and then I saw it. It was the article came up on Facebook that the show's canceled. The Christmas special's canceled.
And
Yeah.
how did you feel? Did you cry?
No, I mean I saw this coming ages ago. To be honest, I mean the show's been on. I mean to be fair, the show's been on life support since 2010. Anyway, I know people are going to be like shocked at me saying that because it's been 16 years since Russell initially left the show. But I mean the BBC have been wanting to cancel it for a while now. I mean I think there was serious talk about canceling it after Jodie's era, and then Russell stepped in with Bad Wolf Productions and kind of reset the whole thing with Disney Plus. But I mean, the BBC, I've always sort of held Doctor Who in contempt. I mean, this goes back to the classic series of the show, like during the 80s, like Jonathan Powell and Michael Gray. They just absolutely hated it, wanted it off the air, and then Peter Cregan cancelled it for good in 1989, and then they brought it back with a TV movie, and then that flopped. So like we didn't have any Doctor Who until Russell brought it back with Series One, and they were going to cancel it after David Tennant's era. Like the BBC were seriously considering ending it because David Tennant was so popular, but Russell said to them, "No, you can't do that." And then they continued on with Matt Smith and the Moffat era. So I think that the show has been I mean, the show's been declining in the viewing figures for a long time. I mean, under Capaldi, it reached like the low point of viewing figures, and then it got even lower during Jodie's era with Legend of the Sea Devils, and I don't think the ratings
Bro, that was a
improved.
10 out of 10 episode. That was like Doctor Who at his best.
Yeah, but I mean, the viewing figures. I mean, people were really hyped with Russell coming back. They thought that he was gonna revive the show, make it great again. Like Donald Trump would say, "We're gonna make Doctor Who great again."
That
Okay.
was a stinker. I'm sorry, but Legend of the Cereals, that was a stinker. No one likes that. That was more unpopular than Kalima or even Joe Biden, okay? Nasty episode.
We're gonna build a huge wall around the woke fans. Okay, we're gonna get rid of the woke fans.
I just want to say Connor Farley is scum. He didn't join this cast. He is scum. But if he was to join, I would say he's a great guy, okay?
Yeah, but I mean, the show's sort of been up in the air since the whole episode anyway, where Shooty Gatwa regenerates into Billy Piper. The show's sort of been in a limbo stage, and people have been talking about this as well. I mean, when Shooty Gatwa went on the Graham Norton show, I think it was a couple of years ago, when he said they were going to do another series, the BBC deliberately edited that out. They
Bro, that was
edited that bit
like
of the
last
interview out.
year.
Yeah. Sorry?
That was last year.
Yeah, last year, and yeah, people were saying at the time like it's really bizarre that the top floor at the BBC would say, right, we need you to edit that program of him saying that they're going to make another series with him. So I mean, the show's reputation, I think, in the general public, let's be honest. I mean, it's been going majorly downhill for years now. Doctor Who unfortunately sort of become a joke in the British press and on social media, the amount of vitriolic fans that have made videos basically just lambasting the show and saying it's been terrible since Capaldi left, and that's the thing. Like for me, I think the last time the show, like people sort of held it in high regard, was probably during David Tennant's first era in the show, and maybe during the 50th anniversary of Matt Smith
I
and
would
Peter Capaldi.
it was like 2013 was probably the last time it was actually considered like watchable. In a
Yeah,
sense, like they actually promoted it. Do you remember they did the world tour for 2014? Maybe
yeah,
seeing
exactly.
the series thing
Yeah.
was probably the last time that it was like considered big news. But
Yeah. But I mean, I just feel bad for. I mean, I do feel bad for some of the fans out there because I mean, I haven't been watching it regularly since Capaldi left. I've watched the occasional episode. I mean, I've kept watching reruns of the classic series and Russell's era with Eccleston and Tennant, and I do think Peter Capaldi was a genuinely great Doctor, and I think he was let down by some of the scripts, especially in Series 9, and I don't blame him for the viewing figures going downhill during his era with, an episode like Eaters of Light. I think that at the time was, the lowest viewed episode. And I don't blame him at all. I think he was just severely let down by the scripts. And I think Capaldi, like, it was sort of unfair what happened to him because a lot of the fangirls instantly took a dislike to him because he wasn't young and handsome like David Tennant. And, like Matt Smith was the youngest Doctor at the time, 26 when he got the role. So I think a lot of things were going against Peter Capaldi's time as a Doctor, and he was unfairly sort of hated by the fangirls, and that's one of the reasons, like probably why he didn't last longer in the role was because the viewing figures were going downhill and that he wasn't catching on with that sort of teeny bopper, teenage girl fandom. And I think it's really unfair because the show, like when the show's at its best in terms of writing, like with David Tennant or Eccleston or John Pertwee or Tom Baker or Patrick Troughton and William Hartnell, like when the show's really good, or even Sylvester McCoy, when the show's like really good at writing, then it has the ability to draw in a big audience. But I just think the fact that the show has been going steadily downhill for years and years now is one of the reasons why, like, I think we're both not surprised that the show, this is probably it. It probably won't come back for a very, very long time after this, but yeah.
I mean, I'm a bit pissed off that they lied. Why announce? Hello to the one viewer that's watching this. I hope you get cancer. No, I'm only joking. You get AIDS. It's a bit less lighter and medication's easy to get. But if you're watching this, you are a paedophile. No, I'm a bit pissed off they actually announced this as a Christmas special. Why do that if it's not going to go through? Do you know what I mean? Like, to me, that seems like something that went on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I just think it's a prime example of the sort of BBC corporate bureaucracy. I mean, it's sort of this is the thing that the BBC does because I mean, when the show was cancelled in 1989, they never even officially announced that it was cancelled. Like, this is like something that the BBC does. Like, oh, don't worry, it's gonna come back in the future. Don't worry, fans.
Why announce the fact that they were going to do a Christmas special, and we know that we got 2 viewers. Fucking hell, there's a lot of cancer to go around. God bless you. But no, in all seriousness, like, why would they announce that they've got a Christmas special coming out this year? And RTD says in his statement that he's gone, he's never coming back. And he's like, oh, I never even wrote a script for the Christmas special. But Murray Gold did a podcast where he's like, there's several scripts that I've read from the Christmas special, depending on their casting. So it was definitely confirmed. Like, he wrote several scripts.
Yeah. I think he's trying to save face, and I could be wrong.
Definitely. He's trying to be like, oh, I never left. I never got fired. You were fired, you fucking faggot.
Do you know what I think with the Christmas special? And this is just pure speculation, but I think with that second series of Disney Plus, that second series, they were sort of pinning all their hopes on that second series. And when they were doing that second series, they probably thought to themselves, we're definitely going to do a Christmas special. And even though the viewing figures weren't great on the first series, like they were pinning all their hopes that the second series, the viewing figures would improve, and they were planning a Christmas special. But then once the series ended and the deal with Disney Plus fell through, that's when it all went up in the air. Do you think I'm right, or do you think I'm just talking shit? Or
No, I think you got a point. But like that second series ended way after. Like after that, it was what, October they announced that Christmas special.
yeah,
So I'm just drinking some vodka. But the fact they've actually announced that it's cancelled, like, to me that just seems very off. And to be fair, I'm glad that RTD's gone. He was like a big fat tumour that was destroying the show. So, which is terrible to say because for years I advocated him to return. And you can back me up on that. I always said I think RTD would be great coming back, but the fact that he went was just awful.
yeah, no, you were like one of his biggest promoters to come back, and I'll admit as well that I was a huge fan of the Eccleston and Tennant era. You know, I mean, that was the era that I grew like. That was the era that we both grew up watching the show. Like, I started at the end of series one. You started about halfway through series two, and like we always talked to each other and said that out of the new series, that was our favorite era. So when he was announced, we were both excited that he was coming back because we thought he might be able to salvage the show. But he's just done the exact opposite of that.
Sorry to interrupt and change conversation slightly, but our dearest friend Jacob Mayles has just commented saying that, hey guys, send in love. My uncle just passed away from suicide last year, and that was the one that he got from into Doctor Who. As a show, I have my uncle to thank for getting into Doctor Who. I miss my uncle every day. I just want to say, Jacob, rest in peace to your uncle. He's with Mama Rose now. I'm so sorry to hear that he passed away in such tragic circumstances.
No, I'm reading that comment now, and yeah, I'm actually, I feel bad for you, man. I hope you're okay. That's a terrible thing to. It's a terrible thing to lose your uncle via suicide. That's horrible, and I hope that you and your family are coping with the loss and all of that. And sorry to hear that.
See, we're nice people. We're not like fucking Joe, where it'd be like, I'm sad to hear he died, but my books are more important.
No, and speaking briefly about the subject of suicide, I mean, the uncle on my mum's side of the family, I mean, he passed away of suicide about 10 years before I was born. So, yeah,
No,
and you know, I mean, it's just a horrible tragedy. That it's such because I mean, it's the biggest killer of men under 45, isn't it? Suicide.
yes, it is an awful. I mean, I've lost two good friends at high school at suicide. And they weren't even in their 20s yet. One killed themselves when they were like 15, and one killed themselves when they were 17, and it's awful.
No, I can imagine how devastating that is for you. I mean, I've never lost I've been fortunate that I've never lost a friend to suicide, but I feel really bad.
I have friends to lose them.
Well, no, I know. I feel really bad for you, man. That you know that happened to you,
I just laugh at horrible things because I'm a nasty person.
Oh, but Jacob says thanks, guys. It means a lot. Much love, Louis and Jack. Well, thank you.
Get an ass Australian ass in here. No, I'm joking. Jacob, come in. We miss you, man. We want to make love to you spiritually.
but on a serious note,
Doctor Who is dead. To be fair, the only good thing to come out of this is Dr. Freedom, Matrix Lord, all the weirdos that like obsessive Doctor Who are actually going to be like, their whole shows are over. They've got nothing to live for.
Yeah. But no, asking you a question. When do you think Doctor Who really started to decline for the general British public?
In all seriousness, I would probably say around 2020 when it was Jodie's second season and the first season flopped so bad and no one liked it. Everyone was kind of pissed off about the gender swap. And after that, I just think the show was kind of doomed. And then when they brought the Timeless Children in, and then it kind of went downhill with that, and then Ncuti Gatwa was cast, and they made him a gay. I know, again, I'm not against gays. I am one, unfortunately, but when they made him a gay, it was just like, what? It just
Yeah.
didn't fit right with the character.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to like my opinion on Doctor Who, I mean, I think we both agreed that when Moffat took over Series 5, even though the series was still doing well in terms of viewing figures and stuff like that, I just think Moffat completely ruined the whole show with the amount of like stupid, convoluted plots that he introduced, like all the timey-wimey stuff. Like just all the convoluted things and like storylines that he never wrapped up on, and he never sort of gave full answers to. I think that for me was sort of my beginning to sort of like really, really resent what was going on with the show, because to me, Doctor Who, it sort of became like a sort of like a self parody. I thought under the Matt Smith era. I don't know how you felt, but
No, that's true.
yeah.
I mean, I was just looking there. They announced on if you watch Doctor Who and iPlayer, it used to say Doctor Who is returning in 2026. It's like, well, it's not. Like I don't get how they can announce it and lie. That's the only thing that's pissing me off. Like, I'm the first person Set needs to rest and RTD needs to go, but what was the point of announcing a Christmas special that would wrap up everything from that era? Now we've got. I mean, you probably don't get annoyed as I am because you've not watched it, but there's so much in the air. Susan's returning. This big thing about the boss, the masters, and a tooth, and they never addressed any of it. And they never will now.
Do you know why I think they announced the Christmas special? I think it was because they didn't want to have a backlash from fans. Because if they just had said nothing, and if they didn't say the Doctor Who was coming back, they knew that the fans would go mental. Do you know what I mean?
No, I get that, but it's like, if you're gonna, I don't know. I just think it's wrong for them to say, "Oh, it's coming back."
Yeah.
Never announce it. We got another comment from Jacob. It was not just my uncle I lost 4 years ago. My dog also passed away from a disease called Addison disease. I was named after Nissa from the Filth Dog. Bro, no jokes. I'm not even joking, Jacob. But my brother's got Addison's disease. Unfortunately, he's still alive, but we're hoping that he does pass on soon. Oh, that's cool. I hope that your show continues in some way still. But in a good way for us fans and for what if it does come back. It will come back at some point, I'm sure, but I'm kind of over it at this point. I don't know about Jack, but let it die.
Yeah, I mean, we've both been saying this for a long time, but I think Doctor Who has needed to have a long rest, because I just think, in terms of the British public and its sort of global standing amongst the fans, I just think you needed to have that rest, because I think one of the major problems with Doctor Who in the 80s.
So I'm just plugging in my charger, bro. Keep talking.
That's all right. No, I just think it like me and Louis have been saying this a lot on private off-air calls and stuff. We've been saying this for a long time. We've just been saying for a long time that we both love the show, but it needs a break, it needs a rest. And I think one of the main reasons why the show became so hated and sort of became like a joke amongst the British public was because of like how long it went on for, and like how like badly it declined in the mid to late 80s. And I think that I think one of the reasons why it came back in 2005 and did so well was because it had a long break off the TV. People had kind of forgotten about the bad stuff in the 80s, and they remembered all the good stuff in the 60s and 70s with the first 4 Doctors. And do you know what I mean? Like, that break really helped it come back for a new generation.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But if it is to take a break, if it is cancelled, how long do you think it should go off air before it comes back?
I think it will be off air for about 5 years. I doubt we're going to get a new season or an episode of Doctor Who till 2030 now.
Yeah.
But the thing that annoys me is in this fucking press statement, they're like, "Oh, Doctor Who's still alive with the new CBB series that's being announced." It's like, so is that all Doctor Who's got to look forward to? Is a CBB show?
Yeah. And the thing is, as well, is like people say, "Oh, Doctor Who, even if it's off TV, it's never truly gone because you've got the novels and you've got the comics and you've got the audio adventures." But I think for a large part of the fandom, the main fandom that is into the show, it's the TV series that they're into. Like, there's a lot of fans out there who haven't read any of the comics or novels or listened to any of the Big Finish audios. So I think for the vast majority of the fan base, the TV show is where it's at.
Literally, I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like the Christmas special should have gone ahead just to wrap up the RTD. I mean, what's going to happen with Billy Piper now is that it's going to be completely forgotten.
Yeah.
Because if someone brings it back, like, because they've confirmed it's going to be a new showrunner now. So if someone new takes over, are they just going to never mention the fact that Ncuti regenerated into her? Sorry.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, who do you think is most likely to be the next showrunner?
I don't know. Maybe Peter McHale, the guy who did the. He's a showrunner. He was co-showrunner on the War Between the Land and Sea, and he did all the classic box sets. He did all the little short stories on that. Peter McTighe, I think his name is. And
Peter McTighe. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
He did Lucky Day, Praxius, and again episodes you've not seen because you're not a real fan. Kablam. But I can kind of see him doing it. But I just think as well, like, what was the point of announcing this Christmas special? It's completely dead now. Like, Billy Piper's never going to be the Doctor. Like, I don't know about you, but do you think they should have just not had Billy Piper as a Doctor and just had Ncuti regenerate into black?
I think that would have been much better because it kind of leaves it up in the air, and it means that you can start the next episode with a new Doctor like midway through regeneration. And they've done it before with Stolen Earth Journey's End, when the Doctor gets exterminated by a Dalek and then you see him regenerate, and then you don't see him fully regenerate. It just cuts to the credits saying to be continued. So I think you're right. I think that would have been much better.
Well, I guess it means you've got a lot of Doctor Who to watch now.
Yeah, but do you think if they do bring it back, they should do like a series of like movies, or just bring it back as a TV series?
I mean, I would prefer it as an actual TV show, but
yeah,
take anything at this point. But I just think I don't know how you could bring it back now without explaining the kind of leftovers from this series. I mean, it's kind of ironic that Doctor Who was saved and brought back by Russell T Davies, and now it's ended by Russell T Davies.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I just think it's tragic, really, because like you and me were both massive fans of Russell's first year of the show. I mean, like I said, I started watching at the very end of series 1 of Boomtown, then the series 1 finale. I remember watching that as like a 7-year-old kid and being blown away by it. And David Tennant was our Doctor growing up. He was the one we watched on TV, and that's when Doctor Who was a massive cultural phenomenon. I mean, everybody watched it every Saturday night. Like, it wouldn't just be kids who would watch it. Like, your parents would watch it, your granny would watch it, your granddad, your uncles. You know, it was a huge cultural phenomenon, and it's just such a shame because the series has such great potential, is such a great format, and I think Russell just really kind of shot himself in the foot coming
Bro,
back.
I got fucking kicked out of my own fucking podcast.
Bro, did Matrix Lord 212 try to fire you?
It was Mama Rose's ghost, the fucking stupid slag.
Bro, it was Mama Rose's ghost light.
Bro, that's a disgusting thing to say about a dead woman. You should repent your sins.
No, but I was just saying, like, do you think Russell shot himself in the foot by saying that he was going to make the show more PC than ever when he decided to come back?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
He did. Making the Doctor homosexual, like, he was never homosexual. And, it's okay to be gay, but, like, the Doctor's not. So, what?
No, but I was saying as well, like, when we were watching it back in the 2000s, everybody watched Doctor Who. It was like a cultural phenomenon. Like, the kids in the school would watch it, your parents would watch it, your uncles, your granny, like, everybody watched it. Do you know what I mean? Like, fangirls, like, young women would watch it. And it's just kind of sad that, like, since then it's sort of become like it did in the mid to late 80s. It's sort of become this joke now, and like, don't you think that's like really sad?
I agree. It kind of, like, I've been rewatching the McCoy era of late, and it feels a bit like that. And don't get me wrong, I do like Sylvester McCoy's Doctor Who, but you know how they kind of shoehorn cameos in from like random like B-list celebrities. It feels a bit
Yeah,
like
like
that.
Ken Dodd and stuff. Yeah,
I mean, they've got fucking Ryland in the new one.
yeah.
Like,
But
in
I
the
just
new
I just think it's sad because. Sorry, you go ahead. You go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, go on.
No, you and I wasn't saying anything anyway. You go ahead.
Oh shit! I've just sent Andy Pryor, who is a Doctor Who casting agent from 2005. He put out a Instagram post saying it's the end of a long, happy, and thrilling era. 196 episodes, 8 Doctors, anything between 10 and 30 companions, depending on the definition. Several thousand cast members, in brackets, a figure that's pretty much impossible to precisely amount to. Thank you so much for being one of them. Biggest thanks to my colleagues who invited me on board way back when. My great friends Russell and Julie, not to mention my great friends Stephen and Chris Chibnall. Thank you for everything. I leave this show with happy hearts. Bro, it's fucking gone. The show is dead.
But I mean, even with like low viewing figures, you'd still think the BBC would keep it on because of social media and like the backlash that they get on social. Like, you think was because, I mean, if Doctor Who, like, if social media was around back in 1989, I don't think Doctor Who would have got cancelled. Maybe it would have, but what do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
oh shit. Katie Manning's put out a post saying now it's officially confirmed that Doctor Who is cancelled. We'll take a little rest as it did from 1989 to 2005 when it returned brilliant with the ones of Hans Rossi Davis. I now know you can join my podcasts. Bro, it's fucking dead. Everyone on the show just posting saying, it's dead now. Rest in peace. See you in 16 years.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Did you see the post that Russell T Davis put?
No, I didn't see it. No.
He said he put a picture of the TARDIS he drew going warp, and he put, "And so goodbye from me, Doctor Who, but hello to a big." So I'm not saying hello as in taking the piss out of you. He literally put hello in capitals to a big new future of the show. I've gone Irish. As the BBC announces it's putting the show up to tender, as a result, there won't be a Doctor Christmas special. We only cooked that up to guarantee a future when no one knew what could happen. But now we know. There's no need for it. You'll have to wait a bit longer for new Doctor Who, but you'll be waiting for more Doctor Who than a one-off. So it's worth it. For the record, there was no script, I never wrote it, and no actor was ever approached to play the next Doctor. You may disagree. Fine, sit in the chair and wait to be proved right. You'll wait a long time. Now I'm excited as anyone to see what will happen next. Will they keep the theme tune? Will they lose a blue box? Will they bring back the Devarin? And with all grabs, which is the next Doctor? So exciting, unpredictably new. Here comes the future of Whoop Whoop. And then Steve Moffat put, onwards, boss, and no regrets. Thanks for those 8 episodes. And you know, the new job while you were resting, proud to... And you know the job while you were resting, proud to be your understudy. He is scum.
Yeah, I mean, in your opinion, what has been like the biggest downfall of the show the past like 5 to 10 years? Like, what would you say is like the biggest reason why it looks like it's going to be cancelled again, like it was in 1989?
Well, there's no if it is. It's been confirmed it's been cancelled.
Yeah, no, I know the Christmas special was cancelled, but have the BBC officially come out and said that's it? It's cancelled for good.
They've got no. They're resting it. They've said they're resting the show, so it's not going to come back anytime soon.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a specific reason the show's been cancelled. I think there's many reasons, and I think the Timeless Children was like a massive nail in the head, and then I think Ncuti's whole era was. And I think, if I'm honest, bringing David Tennant back was a stupid mistake. And I love David Tennant, but he should not have been the 14th Doctor.
No, I agree with that, because it just shows that the show's desperate to bring back nostalgia and use nostalgia to bait fans to return.
It's like in the 80s when they were panicking about the show. It's like imagine if Colin Baker, when they cancelled it or put it on hiatus, and they brought it back with a 3-episode season with Tom Baker. It would have been stupid.
No, but I mean, they were seriously considering bringing Tom Baker back, and like Sidney Newman wanted to bring Patrick Troughton back and cast the female Doctor and all that, but it wouldn't have worked. Like, if you had brought back Patrick Troughton after Colin Baker, well, I mean, first of all, Patrick Troughton passed away in '87, but he would have only have done like a season of the show, and everybody would have said this is just ridiculous nostalgia bait. It's just, and it's the same with like Tom Baker. Like, I was looking at the documentary recently again on the TV movie, and Philip Segal wanted Sylvester McCoy to come back to regenerate into Paul McGann, but the BBC were dead against the idea. They said, no, he's a terrible Doctor. The show was cancelled when he was a Doctor. You need to bring Tom Baker back. But Philip Segal, like, to his credit, I'll give him like massive credit, he put his foot down and said, no, you have to bring Sylvester McCoy back. He has to regenerate into the new Doctor. And they were thinking of doing that in Series 1 as well, if Eccleston bringing Tom Baker back for Series 1 as the new Doctor. And I just think, I'm glad they never went down that route, because I just think going back and casting new Doctors with previous actors who played the role, it's just nostalgia bait. That's all it is. It's just fan wank for the sake of it. It's just there to bring back the old viewers who grew up watching David Tennant or whoever was the Doctor the most popular years ago. And I just think, like, we both agreed at the time it was stupid to bring him back, because it was just a publicity stunt. That's all it was.
I'm going to share this. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
Look at what he posted a year ago. Billy Piper, oh, hello. And Disney, oh, hello. Doctor Who's back with Billy Piper. Look at literally another thing. Ncuti Gatwa taking the piss. Even though I've since regenerated to Billy Piper, I don't understand that either. It's literally like they're just taking the piss because look, everyone on Twitter is just taking the piss out of this. It never look literally, Jodie Whittaker, you gambled and you lost.
Yeah.
And this post can really piss off. Stephen Moffat does not need to come back to Doctor Who.
No, he was the guy who helped ruin it.
I would rather get testicular cancer. Bro, I didn't mean to remove you from the stage. I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, but I mean, Steve Moffat doesn't need to come back because we both agree on this. He's the guy who helped ruin the new series. You know.
He is scum.
I mean, I remember watching the Moffat era very well, like Series 11 particularly, and like episodes like Let's Kill Hitler and then Asylum of the Daleks, and thinking, what is this crap that's on screen? And, you know, things like Hellbent and stuff like that. Like, he was the one who helped destroy the reputation of the show amongst the British public. Would you agree with me, or would you say that's a bit of an exaggeration? Or...
No, to be fair, I think that's when the rot started to creep in.
Yeah, exactly.
I've just seen that Matrix Flagger has put a post saying Doctor was done and RTD lied. What? At least there's some joy in that.
Yeah.
But to be fair, now that it's dead, you will have to rewatch from the Jodie era onwards.
Bro, I'd rather hang myself.
Bro, it's not tip fucking toe.
But I mean, I'm not one of these fans, and like, would you agree with me in this? Like, I'd rather the show end on a good note than continuing on forever and the quality getting worse and worse. Like, I saw some fans like Ian Levine say, I'd rather have crap Doctor Who than no Doctor Who. I'm sorry, but I'm not one of those fans. I think I'd rather the show end on a high note rather than continuing on for years and years and years with like the quality getting worse and worse. I don't know about you, but like...
No, I agree.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you this, like maybe it's an interesting question, but what do you think would be the best way to bring the show back if, let's say, the show returned like in another 7 years or another 10 years from now? How would you bring the show back if you were like the new producer?
I would argue bringing it back by not having any connections to the previous. Just it needs to be fresh. It needs to be new. Like bring the old villains back and stuff, but don't shoehorn everything down your throat.
Yeah.
What about you?
No, I agree with you. I think if I was bringing it back, I would make sure that it was like the 2005 series, new Doctor, new companions, new villains. I think one of the major problems with the new series is that a lot of the series have just relied on the same old classic villains all the time, like the Master, the Cybermen, the Daleks. And I think you need to create new adversaries that will, you know, create new fandoms and stuff like that. Because, I mean, the only new series, Alien, that I can think of that has created a big fan base would be the Weeping Angels. Am I wrong, or?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe the Silence.
But they were only in Series 6, that's the only thing.
Bro, they came back for that stupid regeneration.
Yeah, but the less said about that, the better. I mean, the one Alien that I really loved, that I was kind of annoyed that they stopped using it, really, after the Russell T Davies era. I mean, it did make a cameo in The Doctor's Wife, was the Ood. I love the Ood.
Yeah, I like the Ood. And they were good in the, what's it? The Flux story. I know you've never seen it because you're not a real fan, but it was great. Which ends in the like 20 years.
But if they brought back the Sycorax, or like we were saying the other day when we were doing the school reunion reflection, if they brought back the Krillitine, then I guarantee you they get like more new fans watching the show.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob's got a comment. I feel like Disney got rid of Doctor Who because they're doing Power Rangers on Disney Plus. Bro, I don't think Power Rangers got anything to fucking do with Doctor Who, but okay.
Yeah, no, I don't see that either. I think the Disney Plus just took a look at the viewing figures, realized that nobody was really watching it, and then that's why they decided to pull the plug on it. But yeah.
I mean, I do feel quite not bad, but I feel like RTD's era is actually fucked. Like he was a chosen one, and he was fucked.
Yeah.
Stupid Star Wars, it is a bit like that. Like, you were the chosen one and you failed us.
You were supposed to destroy the fandom, not join it.
But then you became a fucking nonce and dated a fucking someone that was like fucking 6 years old when you brought the show back.
God. Yeah, I mean, I think my major problem with Russell is that he's just become such a egotistical narcissist. Everything is about him. Like he was the one who made the stupid decision to completely redesign Davros and said, "Oh, it's ableist. Davros. It's
To be
offensive."
fair, this is what I mean. Thank God he's actually gone, because whoever does bring the show back, and it will come back. I'm not like saying it will never come back, because it will come back. Whether it's 10 years from now, 50 years from now, someone will bring it back. But at least they can bring back Davros and be Davros without being like, well, I brought it back without being a cripple because, I don't want to insult people with disabilities. Like, fuck off.
And the thing about that whole Davros thing is he's such a hypocrite. Like he said back in 2008 when people said to him about changing Davros, he said in Doctor Who Confidential, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And then he's turning around years later and saying, oh, I have a problem with Davros and we all have a problem that he is an evil person who is disabled. And it's like you clearly haven't understood the character of Davros. I mean, Davros isn't evil because he's disabled. He's evil because he was like evil beforehand. Like there was a chemical attack, and that's why he ended up the way he was. But he was already evil before that.
I don't know if you on my screen share. Can you see this?
Yeah. Could you make it full screen though? Just a little bit. Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
This is literally how I feel. Doctor Who's we're getting a Christmas special for Doctor Who.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
We're not getting any.
Not anymore.
Bro, it's the end, but the moment has not been prepared for.
I mean, the fact that is literally this bit of Did you watch? I can't remember if you watched the War Between the Land and Sea, but that is literally the last piece of Doctor Who RTD wrote. Is him saying, Kate Stewart, pick up the rubbish, pick it up.
No, I didn't watch it, but I heard it started off good, and I remember you saying like the ending kind of ruined it.
This is proper Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, literal cliffhanger.
Oh yeah!
That's literally what he said. Oh.
That is Doctor Who at its best. This is literally Christopher.
For that to become a reality.
Sack Russell T Davies, sack Jane Tranter, sack Phil Collinson, sack Julie Gardner, and I'll come back. So can you arrange that?
Bro, it's been arranged, they're all gone.
Yeah.
That would be the only saving grace if he actually came back. I wouldn't. I'm not a fan of doctors coming back, but it would be great if he did come back.
Do you think the social media backlash, though, might affect them bringing it back or not?
I doubt it. I don't know. Bro, I'm sorry I keep removing you and I'm trying to remove myself. No, I don't know.
Yeah. It's just because I think if you have if you have like dozens and dozens of people on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, all these social media platforms, lambasting and attacking the BBC for cancelling it, then maybe the BBC will change their mind. But at the same time, I don't know about that. Yeah.
Bro, look at this. Oh, fucking Zutra.
Bro, it's Hatrix Lord 212.
Bro, it's like Happy Hippo. Hungry Hippos. He's got one tooth.
Bro, why are we promoting this piece of shit?
People with cancer deserve some love. sick to his stomach.
Well, I was going to ask you, even though Russell stepped down from Doctor Who, is like Bad Wolf going to have any hand in it still or no?
He announced in his thing. I'll put this photo off. They announced in their thing that Bad Wolf and him, they've completely removed themselves from the show.
Okay, right.
Doctor Who is dead.
Has David Tennant made a statement?
No, not yet.
Right. But yeah, I mean, if it is cancelled for good, then
R.I.P.
I mean, at least I had a good run, for the most part. Yeah.
I mean, all I can say is I'll hold on to the memories of like the classics. I could say the classic series, but like the classic New Who of like RTD1. But
Yeah.
really fucking sad, man. Really sad.
It is, and the thing is as well is that I think what disappointed you and me the most was that we were such fans of Russell, and it was just such a shame seeing him trash his legacy. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I think. That's the saddest thing out of all of this. Like you said, he literally has trashed his legacy. Like again, you've not seen the last episode because you're not a real fan, but the reality was awful. For that to be his like swan song is disgusting.
Yeah. But it's just sad because, like, he did such a great job with the first 5 years of the show. I mean, Turn Left, Stolen Earth, Journey's End, Midnight, all these great stories throughout his run. And, just to see him trash his legacy and the fans. And it's sad to see as well that the fans who used to love him absolutely, like, despise him now.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they brought fucking Susan back for nothing.
Yeah.
It's just really depressing.
Now that it's over, though, how long do you think before it comes back, if you think it will come back?
I think 2030 plus.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I agree. I think maybe you're looking at a 10-year gap. Maybe that's going too far, but I think you're probably looking at a long gap again, like after it was cancelled in 1989. But yeah.
I mean, what would you do if you were in charge of the show?
Well, I think we said this already, but I would cast a new Doctor, new actors. I would just get the scripts back to being individual stories. Like we don't need any of this story arc stuff. Just go back to telling individual stories and just make it scary again. Do you know what I mean? Like, create new villains, make it scary again. Cast a good actor in the role.
Bro, do you know who I think would be a great Doctor?
Who?
Anthony Head.
Do you think Mama Rose would be a good Doctor?
Bro, don't be disrespectful. The bitch is dead.
Matrix Lord, would he be a good Doctor, bro?
Yeah, it'd be great. As a fucking slob.
But if it were to come back, like, what would be like your number one thing to bring it back? Like, what would be like the number one thing you would want the show to do if it did come back?
Stop being awful.
Fair enough.
I just thought the original tweet was like, breaking news, Russell Davies to return as Doctor Who showrunner. I remember calling you up that day and being like, oh my fucking god, RTD's back, it's amazing, he's back, but the show's fucking saved. And then, I don't know if you remember that day, but...
No, I do, and I remember saying to you as well that I was excited, but I remember saying to you later on as well that I don't think that this new year is going to be as good as his first year, and unfortunately, we were proven right when we thought that.
I remember you saying RTD2 is better than RTD1. You were scum and liar.
Bro, I wasn't watching it at the time, bro.
Exactly, bro, and you still said these fucking disgusting lies.
No, and to be fair, you see when he did come back initially with those 2023 specials, like Wild Blue Yonder, I thought was like, and we both agreed, it was like probably the best Doctor Who story in a very, very long time. And that kind of filled me up with a bit of optimism that maybe his era would be great. But he just trashed his own legacy. He just made it unnecessarily preachy and PC to the audience, and I like that whole like Star Beast episode where the character of Rose is lecturing the Doctor for apparently saying the Meeps pronouns incorrectly. I think that's what tuned a lot of people off the show as well. Would you agree? Or
I doubt that. I mean, if you get offended by pronouns, then you're just a fag. But
no. What I'm saying is like the preachy nature of it. Like sort of. Do you think that sort of put people off the sort of like the PC like preachiness of it?
I think like the Doctor's gay. It's like, but he's not gay. He's not really anything. He's just asexual, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know.
The show's dead, man. I mean,
bro, do you think people will riot on the street and set a bus on fire after this?
Bro, I just want to go around and hack an Irishman's eyes out and cut his head off.
Bro, I think you're going to see the fans on the street burning buses over this.
In all seriousness, though, what happened in Belfast was fucking disgusting.
No, it's crazy. Like, all the shops here had to close at like 5:30 because of the rioting and stuff, but, yeah.
And good for them. Like, if I would rather Doctor Who be cancelled if there's justice for that.
Yeah, well, people are like outraged. I think the guy's in jail now, or he's gonna. I think he's in court or something like that. But
bro, he's the reason Doctor Who got cancelled.
Yeah, the Sudanese immigrant. Yeah,
because Matrix would probably actually believe that. He'd be like, this fucking N-word, they came here and they cut off a guy's head and they cut Doctor Who? What?
God. Yeah.
It's mad to think, though, that the classic era outlived the new era.
True, but at the same time, it doesn't surprise me in a lot of ways, because even though the classic series had a lower budget, like the writing for the most part was much better than the new series, apart from Russell's first era. I mean, take out the 80s, like 60s and 70s were pretty strong for the most part, but yeah.
But no, bro, it outlived it. It's not as old.
Yeah.
Just very sad. Like, that's how I feel about the whole thing. It's just sad. Not like I want the show to die, but I wanted it to have one last episode to kind of write everything out. I don't get why he's lied about saying, oh, I never wrote an episode. But it's been confirmed he's wrote several scripts of it, so...
He's just trying to save face. He's just trying to, save face. That's why he's saying it.
In Doctor Who magazine as well, at the beginning of the year, he was like, oh, here's 3 clue words for the new episode of Doctor Who, Winter Village and something else.
Yeah. I mean, asking you personally as a fan, are you angry with how Russell's made the show become a joke again and now it's got cancelled?
Oh yeah, I'm fuming, but there's nothing it could do.
Yeah.
It's got to the point where the people of the show who have never seen there was no new fans coming on board, which is fair. But then even the fans of the show were hating the show.
That's the thing, the fans have been very, very vocal online for years now about how much they hate it, and I'll admit I was part of that crowd who was really pissed off. But I think the reason why a lot of fans were pissed off like me and others was because we genuinely cared about the show and we wanted the show to get better. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Yeah. Because like when you and me criticized the show, like we just wanted it to be better. That's why we were annoyed, and that's why we were criticizing it, because we wanted the show to be better. We didn't want it to be shit, you know.
No, it's just a fucking abysmal era.
Yeah. I mean, since you've watched the whole Shooty Gatwa era from start to finish, like what were the real like low points for you when you felt like, oh fuck, they need to cancel the show, or you thought, oh fuck, it's gonna get cancelled?
I mean, yeah, you're right. I did watch the whole era because I'm a true fan. I'm like yourself, but I would say probably. I mean, Space Babies was awful. Boom was awful. It just was like a slow decline. The first season, especially, was just there was nothing until Sutek came back, and you're like, oh, Sutek, and then they did nothing with that, so it was awful. The second Christmas special was awful. Season 2, I would say, to its credit, was a lot better, but it was too little, too late.
Yeah. I mean, was there any specific episodes where you thought, fuck, this show was going to get cancelled, it's that bad?
Just pick any episode apart from Dot and Bubble from season 1.
Oh, fuck. That's not good.
I mean, Rogue was particularly awful. The gay stuff.
But no, it's a shame,
I
really.
just didn't. I guess I'm not that gay, but I'm gay enough to say that was disgusting.
What was like the main like problem with that episode?
The fact they made this the Dr. Gay for no reason.
Like people complain that it didn't even really have a plot and all that.
Say that again.
I saw a lot of people complain about that episode. It didn't really have a plot to it. It was just a doctor harassing someone for 45 minutes.
No, it had a plot, but it was just boring.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Bro, in better news, Al's Toy Barn is back in Toy Story 5.
Is he actually?
Not the guy, just they reference Al's Toy Barn.
Oh god. But bro, he's on you. He's had a YouTube channel since 2011.
Bro, that fat faggot deserves death.
Bro, we're really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Bro, the barrel's been scraped. It's called Doctor Who season 15.
Yeah. No, but like, what's the most disappointing thing for you? Is it just because it ends on a cliffhanger like that? It's like no resolution.
I think for me, the most disappointing of all of it is just RTD's era legacy. Is like he's arguably the worst. Like he's gone to JNT era levels.
Yeah, I mean, would you say Chibnall's worse or he's worse now?
Oh, I would say he's worse than Chibnall.
Jesus. Fucking.
Because Chibnall's Doctor Who was boring, but at least it was like okay.
Yeah. But if it does come back, I'd love Jamie Matheson to produce it.
Yeah, me too. That's the only hope now, is they get someone decent in.
Yeah. If not, they can hire us, bro.
Bro, I'd be great at Doctor Who. I'd be like, hey everyone.
I would have John Pertwee watch a toilet lesson and then die and regenerate.
I would have Mama Rose as a new companion. She dies at the end.
I would have the Doctor confront this creature with an iron mask who said, "Hello, kiddies."
Hello everyone. Jack McCulloch here. Bro, you gotta stop doing that.
Bro, I haven't said it in fucking years.
Bro, if you fucking started that, maybe we would be in the state we're in with Doctor Who.
Bro, if only I didn't do Real Whovians Cast 75, none of this would have happened.
Bro, you wouldn't be with Mama Rose now.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think is there any much more to say about this. We've been talking about it for an hour now, but
Bro, if you don't like Muslims, that's your problem. But no, it's over. 21 years is a good run, I guess. Or 20 years, because let's face it, it didn't get a special this year, so
yeah.
20 years is good, but what a fucking depressing way to end.
Yeah, I mean, I will always cherish those early memories of the new series, like series 1 to 4, the specials, the Peter Capaldi years. And yeah, it's just such a shame that the show, that Russell brought it back in the first place in 2005 and did such a great job with it. And then he's being the one who's helped get it cancelled again. I mean, it's just sad to think that, but
He brought it, it's kind of gone full circle. He was the savior that brought it back, and then he literally cancelled the show.
yeah, got it cancelled, yeah.
Well, on that note, that is the last ever Whose Opinion.
Bro, really?
No, not really. We're gonna flog it to death. We're gonna do the TV movie, but Jack keeps flopping and flipping.
I'm not flopping and flipping, bro. I'm not a penguin. I'm not a
Jack
fucking
is
penguin.
disgusting. He puts his fucking job above this fucking Whose Opinion. He is scum.
Bro, flopping and flipping. I'm not a fucking penguin.
Bro, you're a fucking faggot.
Bro, I'm not a fucking Ollie Payjack who flops up and down like a fat whale.
That is disgusting. Ollie Paycheck is a Patreon of this channel. He's a great guy. I would like you to issue an apology.
Yeah, I got an apology. Fuck you!
I find that an insult.
Oh.
Anyway, Doctor Who's dead, just like Mama Rose. Take care. Bye.
I was going to say, instead of 50 slices of bonding, 50 slices of canceling Doctor Who.
That was so good, I have to end the stream. Fucking Doctor Who. Doctor Who. Doctor in distress. Let's all answer his SOS.
Oh, if it was Jodie